Drew McIntyre stomps his way all the way down to the ring, grabs a microphone, and is blaming Nick Aldis and everyone else like Jacob Fatu for taking his chances to main event WrestleMania away, and he feels disrespected and held back, and making it clear that anyone who crosses him, even including Nick Aldis, will face consequences. But Nick Aldis comes out with some two security guards saying Drew is his worst enemy and accuses Drew of constantly sabotaging himself, wasting opportunities, and acting out of control. And he points out that Drew avoided responsibilities as champion and warns him that his reckless behavior could cost him his job. Drew McIntyre admits he nearly quit but refuses to give his critics dissatisfaction, and he talks about Aldis' kid Dominic, or Donovan, or whatever his name is, Donovan, saying he should be ashamed of having a corporate stooge of a father like you. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then Jacob Fatu came running down here. They started fighting, slammed Drew into LED ring post over the announce table. Big slam through the announcer's table. And voila, they were gone. But Damian Priest, R-Truth came out. White MFTs came out. And we see Damian Priest and R-Truth light up the MFTs with a little, whatever that was. Then, big chop to the face. Then, we see the MFTs get a little control on Damian Priest. Even JC Potato hit this crazy moonsault type move. Ron Cena hit the 5 moves of doom. No, he had 4 moves of doom, but it was okay. Then we saw Tama Tonga and, R-Truth lock up with an uppercut. Damian Priest breaks up the pin. Stunned, whatever. STF on Potato. Then Tama Tonga hits a big chokeslam on R-Truth. Then the Wide Six come out. The MFTs and the Wide Six start fighting. Then Uncle Howdy jumps Solo Sikoa. But thankfully, Tama Tonga or whatever MFT guy is there, the Tongans, attacks him and takes him out. But then we see R-Truth hit a kick to the face. Big AA for the 1, a 2, and a 3. JC Mateo Potato gets pinned, and they lose the tag team champions. And Damian Priest and R-Truth are the new tag team champions of the world. So, congratulations. Anyway, Danhausen scammed Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae out of some money. He asked for $20 human to unlift this curse or help him. And then he just disappeared after he got it. So, I don't know what that was about. Fraxium came out. Most of the Machine Guns, Raging Piss came out. And they had a pretty fire match. Of course, Fraxium's fast, quick pace energy did help the show. Big drop kick to the face. Flippity-doopity-doop, all that type of stuff. But then Morris Machine Gun showed their classic moves by flipping up their opponents upside down. Then Candice LeRae, by the way, who invited Candice, came out. Then Fraxium just kept jumping on them over and over and over and over again until we see Alex Shelby kick Axiom off the rope. Then we see Nathan Frazier get punched in the face by Candice LeRae, roll up for the 1, 2, 3, and voila! Mostly Machine Guns win the match. This was the damage that Drew McIntyre did to Jacob Fatu. I feel genuinely bad for him. Then we see Randy Orton with a new shirt. By the way, I know I didn't get my thoughts and opinions last week because I didn't make a SmackDown review, but Randy Orton should be arrested. He almost murdered the greatest WWE professional wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots up, the greatest WWE champion that's ever lived, Cody Rhodes. He should be arrested, and that shirt should be disgusting. Disgusting! Understand me? Now, he can do it to anyone else. I don't really care. But when he does it to my greatest professional wrestler to ever lace a pair of boots up, I have a problem. Anyway, Randy Orton came out, grabbed his chair that he used on Cody, sat on it, and this promo was really, really, really tough. I won't lie. I won't lie. I won't lie. Give me a minute. I have to put this thing in ChatGPT so I can summarize the promo. Yep, here we go. That's it. Yep. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Anyway, let's start. Randy Orton came out with that disgusting shirt, grabbed the chair that he destroyed Cody with last week, which was disrespectful, by the way. Anyway, he sat in the chair, grabbed the microphone, and reflects on his long career and the love that he receives from the crowd, the autographs, the high fives, interacting with the kids. While these moments bring him happiness, he admits they also feel empty because they aren't his true legacy. He wants to be remembered not for fan interactions, but for championship gold. And then he talks about his path to WrestleMania. He initially intended to fight Drew McIntyre for the title, but he was sidelined when Cody Rhodes won the title. And instead of resentment, Orton felt liberated, I think, as Cody encouraged him to be the best version of him, to embrace his dark killer instinct persona. And then Randy emphasizes the internal struggle and the chaos that comes when listening to the voices that guide his in-ring instincts. These voices push him towards precision, focus, and ruthlessness. He vows to challenge that killer instinct to win his 15th WWE Championship using the most dangerous three letters in all of sports entertainment: RKO, at the main event of WrestleMania. Then after the promo, we see him call Matt Cardona a mark and a nerd, and then drop him on the floor. Then we see Aleister Black, Sami Zayn comes out, Trick Williams comes out. Aleister Black and Sami Zayn cook with some kicks to the chest. Then Sami kind of leans into that heel side and starts throwing Aleister Black into the barricade over and over again. Then Trick Williams stood up to Sami Zayn, and the disgusting rule of Sami Zayn dumped water on him. Sami Zayn attacked Trick Williams. Well, Trick Williams was just doing what he was supposed to do when standing up against Sami Zayn. After Sami Zayn for weeks now has disrespected water bottle after water bottle after water bottle. Then he got hit with this Black Master 1, 2, 3. Yep, he lost to Aleister Black. Anyway, Jade Cargill came out and says, call out Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley came out, and God! Rhea Ripley cuts off and does not want to talk no more and wants to fight. Then Jade Cargill says that she doesn't need the title of fans or wrestling itself. She cares about money and the status and claims she's already a star with or without the business. And then Rhea Ripley responds by saying she admits that she doesn't need this because she lives and breathes professional wrestling, and she emphasizes years of hard work and that she emphasizes her years of hard work and refuses to let someone like Jade Cargill walk in and take everything without earning it. Then Jade Cargill says, mocking Rhea's passion and sacrifices, claiming the business didn't make her, she makes it matter, and belittles Rhea with saying without wrestling she's nothing. And Rhea snapped. She defends the entire business and everyone in it, saying Jade doesn't understand what it means. Rhea declares that the title doesn't make her, she makes the title, and promises to take it at WrestleMania. Then challenges Jade to stop talking and fight. Then Jade says, nah, on my time. Then she walks out, got caught by B-Fab and Michin, which they've been feuding since December. Actually, take that back. November. But apparently, they said, you know what? We've been getting our butts beat for the last 5 months, so why not just join Jade Cargill? And they took out Rhea Ripley with a kendo stick and a nasty punch with a super kick straight to the throat, and it heals Jaded. And Rhea Ripley gets taken out by this new women's faction. I have no clue what they're going to be called, but I can already tell it's going to be better than that trash group of PFC. If you watched my channel last year, you would know my hatred for the PFC runs deep in this channel's veins. Like, seriously, go watch my previous Raw reviews. You can tell that I hated that group with a passion. Anyway, we saw this little segment, and The Miz was just talking about how he got sunburned and his family vacation was whatever. But Danhausen said it was the curse, and Miz got the ladders thrown on him. So yeah, it probably was the curse. Anywho, Tama Tonga says that Solo should give back the lantern, and he's kind of turning into Roman Reigns, which I don't know about you guys, but this line got me thinking really, really hard. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it. My life is gonna be better, and I'm gonna be happy. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Wrestling's gonna be peak once again. They're gonna reunite the bloodline. They're gonna do it, right? They're gonna reunite the bloodline. Solo, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, Roman. Peak cinema. Holy shamoly, cannot wait. Then Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu continue fighting into the backstage area, even poking his eyes out. Anyway, let's talk about Basketball Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And the reason why he's making it in to the WWE Hall of Fame is because he had a match in WCW in the 90s. I'm not joking. What? That's the disgusting. I just don't understand. How could we have AJ Styles, Stephanie McMahon, that tag team, I forget their name, is Demolition. I think it's Demolition. And yeah, isn't the guys with face paint, the silver face paint? Yeah, Demolition. And then him, Dennis Rodman. I don't understand how this is possible. I'm not even joking. Shams, you're going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame next. And then, of course, the greatest team of all time, the Chicago Bulls. Yes, sir, the Chicago Bulls. We suck, though. I mean, that's serious. What happened to our team? Why did you have to decide to give up our entire team? Bro, we could have kept Kobe White. We could have kept Io DeSumo. We could have kept anyone on the entire... We could have kept everyone. We could have kept Zach LaVine, but we didn't keep Zach LaVine. Whew. Sorry, I'm getting heated. Saying basketball channel, this is a... Ooh, it's about to be turned into a basketball channel when... Anyway, Carmelo Hayes came out, Ilya Dragunov came out, and they had another United States Championship match, which I don't know how many of this is, but Ilya started slapping the chest of Carmelo, stomping his head in, big froggy frog splash, and then we saw the table spear Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes get dumped on his head with a German suplex, beautiful senton from the top of the deputy rope, caught with the first 48, pin combo after the H-bomb, but Carmelo gets his foot on the rope. Then we see chops back and forth, nasty Death Valley driver, beautiful super cutter from the top rope, chop, knees, blah, 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 kick to the face, enziguri, kick to the face, power bomb, whatever this move is. First 48. Torpedo Moscow. Sit Rolla for the 1, 2, 3, and still United States champion Carmelo Hayes. Anyway, we see Jelly Roll talk some sense into Randy Orton. Then Kit Wilson comes out. But before that, let's talk about the table of the tape. Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. This is there. So Obafemi is 6'4", 310. His reach is 80. His chest size is 51. His shoe size is 15. And all that. He's a two-time NXT champion, North American champion, shot put champion, all that tough. Brock Lesnar, 6'3", 290, 180. Sorry, not 180. 81, 57, 14 for shoe size. Crazy. He's a 10-time WWE World Champion, UFC Heavyweight Champion, and NCAA Division 1 Heavyweight Champion of the world. Then Kit Wilson calls out Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll comes out, grabs the microphone, and he wants to fight. Takes off his hat and stuff. But then Kit Wilson says he doesn't fight with his fist. He fights with his words. And he proposes slam poetry. Jelly Roll says, what? What? Anyway, Kit Wilson talks about his weight loss, his criminal past, and does not want Jelly Roll comparing him to rappers. But then he talks about you can lose 300 pounds. Now you can see your little Willie. Yeah, he called him small. And then we see Jelly Roll say that he doesn't have to see his Willie because his mom, because Kit Wilson's mom sees it for him, and that his belly was on his mother's back. Oh my god, this was a clean promo. Then Kit Wilson loses it and hits him right in the back, then stomps him in the corner. Beautiful European uppercut, and then this crazy twisting elbow drop, which is, by the way, this is your new finisher, buddy. New finisher. So yeah. Anyway, Jelly Roll demands a match next week. He gets a match. Anyway, you can look, but you can't touch. You'll be home when the house above. Came out, that stuff. Women's tag team, whatever match. This is a pretty solid match. Nick Bella Twins do their tag team stuff. Nia and Lash do their stuff. But it ends with Charlotte Flair coming out and Alexa Bliss. We see Brie hit this crazy drop kick from the top rope, hit a kick on Lash, then some face and whatever that was, then yes kicks, and then Brie Bella got hit with a nasty headbutt, throws Nia out of the ring, crossbody by Nikki, then Nikki gets hit with a Samoan drop from the top rope, big splash, then an STF, but we see Nia and Charlotte get into it, they start fighting, and Nikki gets slammed into the thing, big tag team brawl, and the Irreversible Forces take out Charlotte Flair and the Bella Twins. And then we come back to Randy Orton, who is on the phone with somebody. People think it's Ted DiBiase Jr., some people think it's other people, we'll never know. Anyway, it's confirmed it'll be Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson next week. Santi, buddy, you're cooked, buddy. You're cooked, Santiago. Santi, get ready to oil yourself up. Anyway, Randy Orton comes out once again and says he wants Matt Cardona to come down here. He wants to come down here. He offers an apology and is sorry for calling him a mark, a nerd, and say he plays video games himself. They hug it out, and then Randy offers him a handshake and then blows him. Old school RKO. Then nails him on the table, tries to grab the steel steps, but then, officials say, hey, and then Randy says, okay. I wasn't doing anything. And then drags him back in the ring and just starts beating him up, hits him, grabs the chair, and then the officials say, no, hey, no, and he says, okay, I'm not doing anything. Can you please move? Can you please move back? Please move back. And then stomps on his arm, runs out of the ring, and, he runs done. But that wasn't it. Drew McIntyre and Jake Fatu are fighting on top of this thing, and they somehow get over there, and they both fall off and die. By the way, you're telling me that these morons were fighting for 3 hours? 3 hours of those two doofuses fighting. That is really ridiculous. There is no reason why those two morons need to be fighting for 3 hours long. I'm just saying. Also, my thoughts on this Randy situation right here, the Randy Orton situation, is that I can tell Randy Orton this character that they're building Randy Orton right now, I can definitely tell what it is. I can definitely tell what the character they're building is. There's definitely a part of Randy, like the Jelly Roll of people, saying, don't do this, Randy. You're better than this. You are not this for the past so many years. You can do it. And then the voices in his head, just tell him to do what he always does, and kill people. So yeah, you got him trying to listen to his voices and trying to listen to people like Jelly Roll. Also, I have a thought in a phone call situation. What if no one's on the phone and Randy's just schizophrenic, and he's just imagining talking to someone? Like, that would be the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But yeah, also, where did they go? Did they die? Also, why didn't they just climb the fence to stop this? This fence looks like it's Nick Aldis, this security guard right here, and most of these security guards are taller than this short fence. By the way, what is this fence protecting? This fence isn't protecting nothing. I guarantee you, if Nick Aldis just runs through this fence, it's breaking so quickly, bro. Nick Aldis needs to go, just be like the Kool-Aid Man, run through it like, oh yeah. Like, this fence isn't holding nobody back. Also, how did Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre get over this fence? And then somehow made up here, and then fall off and die? We can't even have the feud anymore since they both are dead. When are we having the funeral? Please tell me. I would love to know. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Also, I'm going on vacation.